And welcome back, everyone, to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, playing as the Russian Empire, and we're currently conquering the Antilles. We only have a 40% chance of apparently taking this, which is kind of funny, but I'm just gonna roll with it because I don't feel like trying to send extra forces over there. I guess I could send the forces from Mauritania? Yeah, screw it. Let's do it. And since we're here, let's go ahead and do a tonnage check because I was going to do it, but then I fucked up. 327,000 tons. Mind you, this is going to really increase as soon as we start building the next dreadnoughts. So yeah, that number is we still have 14 ships in production, and we still haven't built the 6 dreadnoughts that we're going to build. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot. And we're also building a shit ton of ships for the freaking Croatians. The Croatians are like, hey, buddy, we want boat. They're like, give us boat, please? Yes, I give you boat. Boats and hose. Boats and hose. God damn, Russia! So Russia is currently pushing into northern Rhodesia. This is actually a big freaking deal because it leaves all of this here for them to take. Germany is loving their day. They are fucking loving it. Like they are expanding very well. The French are enjoying a position of power. The British are enjoying a position of power. The Italians are having a great time. Like the Italians are actually in a really nice position compared to what they usually are. So the fact that they've taken all this is just a testament. And then, we're sitting here with our good little chunk. We're definitely in the game. We're not behind. We're actually I'd say we're on par mostly. Our GDP, let's do a quick GDP check. So we got almost double the GDP of Japan. We have higher GDP than China at this point in time. We have 4 times the GDP of the Spanish. We have half the GDP of the Germans. We have almost half the GDP of the Italians. And then we are way fucking behind the other 3. Holy shit. The freaking British are just retarded. Like, wow. That is ridiculous. 334 billion GDP. Just ridiculous. Amazing levels of GDP. Let's go ahead and make sure that we got this queued up. Yes, we do. We're almost done rebuilding our transport capacity, which is going to help us save a lot of money. We're going to save a lot of money once we're finished building that up. And we are en route to get our new cruisers out as well. Our modernized heavy cruisers and light cruisers. Hopefully we'll be able to get those rolling sooner rather than later. It's going to be really important to get those done. We also need to build more mine layers as well. But we also need to start refitting the ships we already have. So it's going to be kind of important to get that done. All right, so yeah, these guys, 2 turns. Can they possibly get there a little bit quicker? Can we get it down to 1 turn? Yes, we can. Awesome. So hopefully we'll be able to get this with these extra cruisers. And then at that point in time, we're looking spiffy. Cruiser, 9,000 ton. The experimental scout cruiser becomes obsolete with that design, which is kind of sad, but we will work with it. The Asia, she will continue serving us faithfully. We're actually about to finish up the last 4 Asias that we're going to build. And then we also need to look at the light cruiser designs that we are currently researching. We also need to go ahead and start refitting all of our ships. We've got a lot of ships that need refitting, and once we do that, now that the building program is coming to an end, we can start doing that. Yes, we will go ahead and we will sacrifice free. Oh, no, I haven't even built one of those yet. You don't get one. Excuse me? Excuse fucking moi? You do not get any of my fucking second generation Dreadnoughts before I get them. What do you mean? Alright, and then we can queue these bad boys back up, like so. Now that those are finishing up, and then those last 3 Asias for Croatia will be finishing up as well. And we should also be able to turn down the transport, or the Merchant Marine as well. Merchant Marine should be fully recovered at this point in time. Oh, and we took the Antilles. Nice. Very freaking nice. Awesome. So let's go ahead, disperse these guys back to their ports. Very nice. Okay, so we've taken more land. More land for the war effort. What does that put our GDP at? We are at 80. We are growing so bloody fast. We are freaking flying. All right, so we can turn this down now. We will keep enough of a tick that it's always positive. But yeah, you see how much money that saved us. Saved us quite a bit. All right, so then 2 months. Okay, and then how much tonnage do we have available? We really don't have a lot, but it does open us to be able to start refitting our ships. So let's go ahead and start refitting bit by bit. Yeah, we'll just start refitting those 2 first and then go from there. And then we'll just keep refitting as we go. We're also going to go ahead and we're going to start we're going to start knocking on the Spanish door. Oh, and they're allied with India. Oh, cute. Adorable. Oh, that is 3 billion in GDP, and they have oil. Okay, that might actually be a little scary. They might actually have a decent fleet. Actually, they don't have a fleet at all. Interesting. They don't have a fleet whatsoever. Okay. That's a lot of GDP. You could do things with it. There's a lot of cruisers you could build. And when you're a small nation like that, a lot of people, it's actually, if you're playing Spain or Japan or whatever, cruisers and heavy cruisers become your best friends. You build fewer dreadnoughts and whatnot. And you keep your dreadnoughts for longer. Actually, crap. There was a guy who I meant to do this response in Monday's video, and I apologize for this. What's the gentleman's name? I'm gonna do this because he actually posted a really good thing. So he was talking about the Yamato versus the other battleships of the era that it was built in. And he was talking about how, you know, even though the Yamato was really big and really scary, yada, 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 it was inferior. And the real thing to understand is that the Yamato wasn't inferior to its peers. It was lacking in one particular thing, and that was night fighting capability. See, now, there was another thing that was just a problem with Japanese designs at the time. And this is talked about quite a bit, actually. And that was instability. So, to talk about the inferiority in one aspect, and that was night fighting capability, aka radar. The Japanese radars were not as powerful and as precise as American or British radar. And that's because the Americans actually didn't lead the radar game until after World War II. The Brits actually gifted radar, a lot of really, really good, powerful radar technology to the Americans in order to aid in the war effort. And as such, the Americans weren't really actually that advanced. It was the Brits that were advanced, and the Japanese just so happened to be on the receiving end of the Brits in this regard. The Japanese and the Americans actually had relatively similar levels of technology when it came to radar in the interwar period across the board. Like they were peers. The only reason why the Americans gained an advantage was their relationship with the Brits. Now, then to speak on the instability of Japanese ships, if you look at the Japanese ships of the era, World War II specifically, when they started strapping a bunch of anti-aircraft weaponry to the ships, it made the ships very unstable during fires. And when I say fires, I'm not like saying that the ship was on fire. I'm saying when it was firing its guns, it made the ship incredibly unstable. And as such, the inherent inaccuracy of those fires while you are in combat becomes more prevalent. And it was because of all this extra anti-aircraft stuff that they were putting on the ships. And as such, it creates a dynamic where, technically speaking, due to the design of the American ships, because most of the American ships of that era were being designed with anti-aircraft batteries in mind, they were more stable and thus more accurate fires. There's a lot more nuance when it comes to the conversation of the viability of the Japanese, and it's actually really funny because there's another ship that was referred to as the Super Yamato. I believe it was the A150, I believe. That might have been the heavy... Oh, no, the heavy cruiser was referred to, I believe, as B61 or something like that, the design. The A150 was a Yamato-class battleship, basically. But the design took the issues with the instability of the Yamato into account. It had bigger guns at 20.1-inch guns rather than the 18.1-inch guns that the Yamato had. And it worked out those stability issues. One of the ships that actually there weren't a lot of them built, but there is the Tone class cruiser. It was a heavy cruiser design. It was meant to originally the two ships of the Tone class, or Tone, or however the fuck you say it. I don't know. The class of ship was actually meant to be the 7th and 8th Megamis, but design flaws with the Megamis were identified, and the Tone class actually rectified those designs, but then because of those changes in designs, they actually ended up creating basically a heavy cruiser version of the Nelson class, where all the batteries were forward, and then the rear of the ship was actually used to launch float planes. And it was actually a pretty good design overall. And unfortunately, the two ships did get sunk. I believe it was by air attack, which to be expected of the era. But the point is that, you know, the Japanese were figuring this stuff out. And had the Japanese not gone to war with the United States when they did, if Yamamoto's warnings had been heeded by the Japanese command, then there's a chance that the Japanese actually would have been on par with us almost across the board. And it's a really scary thing to think about, because if you start doing the research into the wider scope of the situation, how would that war have actually gone had the Japanese and the Americans just duked it out mano a mano? Might have been a little different. It's a weird little situation. It's a really weird situation that you have to take everything into account. You have to really think of the nuance. It's a fun topic. I really like it. And here's the big thing. and this is for most of the people who I know there are going to be people who are like, oh, American battleships were just better. Yeah, they were. They were, because the designs were more stable. The accuracy that was capable of the American designs of the era was absolutely ridiculous. It was horrendously good. Like, we are talking outrageous levels of accuracy. That accuracy imparts a advantage in battle. The Americans, funny enough, basically ended up replacing, well, I guess, should I say replacing? Subsuming would be a better word for it. They ended up subsuming the gunnery mantra from the Brits and making it their own. The Brits used to be the kings of gunnery. Like, they, back in the day, like, they were the kings of the sea because of their gunnery skills. The Americans took that and ran with it. So, yeah, the American ships were very good because they were stable as fuck and were just fantastic fire platforms. Like, there's no contesting that whatsoever. Like, you can't contest it. A stable weapons platform makes a better boat because it happens to be a floating fucking weapons platform. Who would have thunk? I do get kind of heated about the discussion about, like, comparing things to other things, because I'm like, have you looked into the specs? Have you looked into the nuance? Have you, like, everybody's shit was good. Everybody's shit was good. Oh, and hey, if we get six times centerline, we can do a Texas. No, we're not going to build any more ships for anybody. We're going to focus on refits. We are going to focus on refits because we need to get this done. We also need to poke the Spanish because I keep forgetting to poke the Spanish. A couple more. All right, cool. And poke at the Spanish. And there we go. But yeah, just things to take into consideration, just to think about, like, when thinking about a topic like, the quality of the Yamato or the quality of the Bismarck or the quality of the Iowa or whatever, you have to really take the considerations into account. Like, for example, the Bismarck, the reason why they used seaplanes to sink it was because of its relatively light anti-aircraft battery. It was relatively unprotected from air attack. So it makes sense to go after it with planes. And what happened? Oh, it got torpedoed. It got torpedoed by planes. The same thing can be said about the Yamato. Like, it was an unstable weapons platform, so it wasn't as accurate as the Iowas. Another thing, a thing you can say about the Iowas, actually, and this is kind of where the Iowas had a bit of a problem, was because of their jack of all trades nature. They were much more expensive. Only a nation like the United States could maintain battleships of that advancement, and it creates a situation where they become a very heavy economic drain. And there's considerations like that you have to make in order to truly understand the warfighting capability of a nation. All right, so we're about to finish those up, and we can finish up refitting the Triumphs. I think we should be able to get all these in. Oh yeah, we can. Cool. All right, so that finishes up all the Triumph class protected cruisers, and then we can get the Asias, our scout cruisers, and then we're we're looking pretty. We're looking pretty across the board. We do need to start putting a focus on... Wow, we are really getting unlucky with these. We are getting really freaking unlucky. What is going on? We're just bleeding prestige trying to freaking poke the Spanish. Maybe we try poking the Chinese too? I guess, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, fuck it. Why not? Army logistics-wise, we're looking pretty good for our size. Real quick, actually, let's look at our... So we're still green. We're probably going to have to raise that in order to get any higher. All right, and that finishes those up. And the Germans have officially cock-blocked the Brits. The Brits cannot secure any more territory north of that line unless they go to war. So the Germans are doing pretty good there. Come on. Roll the turn. Come on. There we go. Cool, thank you. And we got a successful tension increase on that. That's fun. All right, and we're about to get 13,000. All right, so we're about to get large armored cruiser 1. Let's see what that's like when we get it. And then we're about to finish those up. I have a feeling that the Svetoslavs are going to be obsolete before we even freaking get to use them, technically speaking. All right, so then we need to let's focus our cruisers for refit. Let's focus on the cruisers primarily. Probably get 4 more. Can we get the 5? Yes, we can. Very nice. All right, so all the Asias are refitting right now across the board, which will bring them... We did go with the 5-inch guns on these, right? Yes, the 5.5s. Which will give them a little more staying power against cruisers. And thus, more capability. Because the more they can kill things, the better. Alright, large armored cruiser. Apparently, we're just not allowed to go to war with the Spanish. Alright, well, we might end up going to war with the Chinese. Alright, so let's check out the large armored cruiser. Large armored cruiser. Oh, it's a mini dreadnought. It's a mini dreadnought. Interesting. This might actually be a really good ship for us to invest in. Just maybe. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna build this out real quick. Just to play with it real quick. So, uno momento, por favor. Ew, I hate these. Why? Like, those are disgusting. Alright, and let's go with super firing. Let's go 8-inch real quick just to look at it. This might be a credible design. This might just be a good little design. It's literally a mini dreadnought. Huh. I'm kind of liking this. Would they be worth building? Yes, because they're more efficient and they're not as fast, but they're more efficient. You could probably put way bigger guns on them. Like, it's literally a mini dreadnought. Huh. What's the max tonnage on these things? 16? They might just be worth it. We'll keep these in the back pocket. Let's check out what other cruiser designs. Oh crap. Can this get... Oh, I can't get dual barrel. Oh man. That'd be fantastic. Huh. Alright. Let's check this bad boy out. So it maxes out 21. Let's push it to 22. It's a very big tower. What's the stability like on this thing? 25. So basically this is like the Asia 2.0. The Light Cruiser 4 has... That thing goes fast. What the fuck is this? Oh, okay. I know what this is. I know what this is. You know what? Let's actually fucking go with this. I'm interested in this. Okay, hold on. Let's go ahead and do... We do 6-inch guns, we can do 6-inch guns. Alright. Let's do another barbette at the back here. I think I have to move that completely in order to get that gun in there, but that's fine. Oh, we can put a bunch of casement 2 inches in here. I do want to try to get this other tower instead. my lord. All the torpedoes. Oh my lord. All the fucking torpedoes. Holy shit. We'll do Citadel too because it gives us the inner hull. Actually, you know what? Let's go Krupp 1 on these. Cut down the cost just a bit. Dunite. Let's stick with TNT. Coincidence. What's the armor belt look like? 2.2. Still a very light cruiser on the protection side of things, but I think might be worth it. Is she worth it? That is the question. I'm not 100% sure. What would be the financials involved with this? Does it? Okay. You know what? We'll just go with it. We'll build a few of them. See if we can push up the speed a little bit. Yeah, 24 knots. I think that's pretty respectable. She's got a respectable secondary main battery. She's looking pretty spiffy, and she's got good range. I think we'll roll some of these. Why not? A new class of light cruiser to fill the ranks with. I think we'll build a few. We'll build a series of 9 of them. We'll put 3 in each of the fleets. So, yeah, I think she'll be worth it. All right, so the Sviatoslavs, the Asias. All right, so what's our dockyard space looking like? So we're up to 48,000 tons max shipyard size. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna hold there. We're more than 10,000 over what our biggest ship can be. So I think we're good in that regard. We'll start saving the money on the dockyard expansions. Ooh, rebellion again? Interesting. The Brits are not having a good time in India. And I forgot to poke the Chinese or the Spanish. Damn it. I keep forgetting to do it. Oh, hey, cool. We can poke just because. I don't want to affect my GDP. Please, no. No, you don't get the... Oh, we did poke somebody. Cool. Malaysia, interesting. So let's go ahead and we will send... We don't have to send a lot to this. Well, we really don't have anything else to send right now because everything's refitting. So we'll send one of the battleships along with 3 escorts, like so, and that will be more than enough to take that. So cool. 2 turns, awesome. And then we're really cranking out the cruiser upgrades. I'm liking that because it's going to give us the ability to really do a lot. And with the speed of these light cruisers, they're going to be competent cruisers. I fully believe that they're going to be competent cruisers. And then we do need to finish up these refits and these builds so that we can start building our other stuff. So as soon as the Asia refits are done, we'll go ahead and we need to refit the Synops as well. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but we'll get it done. I forgot to poke. Damn it. I'm at the dinner party and I forgot to boop the motherfucker. Yes, we will happily trade. No. I would love to take your money, but no. I need my dockyard space right now. Yeah, so we are finishing up the last Svetoslav for Croatia. Those are about to finish, so we will be able to start doing that. We also need to build more destroyers. So let's queue up 10 of them. Like so. We'll just build them in packs of 10 for a little bit. And then we are not building anything else right now. So 10 destroyers. That's all we currently have queued up. So that will give us the ability to start building the Synops, or refitting the Synops, and then building the other ships. Oh, we have Battlecruiser 1 unlocked. Very nice. All right. Well, shit. The the Sviatoslavs have been made obsolete. So let's go ahead and we'll queue up 2 of these bad boys right now. And then we will go ahead and we'll put the first 2 in Odessa. Do we still have the space to refit a Sinop? Yes. So we will refit. We'll refit the Synops one at a time. By the time it finishes, all the Synops, these should be finished. So cool. Awesome. Or basically at the same time. And we're taking Malaysia now, so we'll be able to get a little more oil. We're going to get a lot of oil from this. And then let's go check out our battle cruisers, because we now have our battle cruisers unlocked, and that's going to be very nice. So battle cruiser 1. Oh, it's one of these. Okay. So 22,000 tons is what we max out at. Speed-wise, they max out at 24. We will go ahead and keep them at 24, because I think 24 will be the best option for us. And then let's go ahead and do... Actually, wait. Okay, 24.5. And then we got a bunch of casement positions in these, so I'm going to go ahead and fill those out first. Alright, we can almost fill out all the casement positions. That's good. And then these battle cruisers are not going to get the 14-inch guns. They are going to go ahead and they are going to get 13-inch guns. 13.5-inch guns specifically. Actually, you know what? That looks stupid. How big of a gun can I put on there without it being looking... Okay, that's as aesthetically pleasing. So these are gonna have 11-inch guns on them. Oh man, that looks so bad. All right, then what we're going to do is we're going to do something very, very stupid, but I see no other way than to make these a little better. Do 11-inch guns in a very jank formation. So they have that, and then we can put a bunch of secondary guns on them. Actually, really can't put any secondary guns on them. She actually doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad at all. Now, that offset is a little ridiculous. We might forego going battle cruisers. Yeah, we're gonna forego the battle cruiser one. I just don't like the hull. I just don't like that hull. It's not a good hull. So we're just gonna forego it, which is fine. It doesn't really affect us much. Some better heavy cruisers would be better. Yes, they're not carrying as big of guns, but it is okay. All right, so building 2 of those, refitting 1 of those. We're capturing Malaysia. We're looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and poke a poke. Pokey poke. I'm here for your shit. I want your shit, damn it. Give me your shit. Now, you might be wondering, why am I not just going after one nation? Why am I trying to... Because in order to be able to complete the world conquest, we're going to have to kind of go war multiple places at once. So, and from my perspective, poking the Spanish first, getting them out of the game, capturing all their territory, would be a good play. Yes, we will happily do that. Yeah, Mine Hunter kit upgrade, very nice. We officially poked the Spanish state. We're not going to poke the Chinese anymore. We're kind of wanting to time this all together. We don't want to we don't want to go to war without our at least 2 of our 2 more dreadnoughts. Want to make sure that we have the capability to go to war. What's our training level? Nothing to be too proud of. We do have the room to start building some of these light cruisers, so we'll go ahead and we'll start building those as well. And then go like this. Go ahead and put you 2 in Kronstadt. These light cruisers are going to basically be the replacement for the Asias, because bigger guns, they're not as fast as the Asias, technically speaking, but they're going to be better overall. And because they're newer, they'll last longer. The Asias they'll probably have a lifespan until the 1920s, and then we're going to have to start getting rid of them just from the perspective of the maintenance costs are going to get too high. Oh, nice. Advanced propeller shaft. Very nice, very nice. Bulgaria wants an Albatross. We will build you an Albatross. We will build you a single destroyer. I will relent to this. We still are building those 10 destroyers. So that's very good, very good. Let's poke the Spanish. So the next goal, the next war with the Chinese, the goal is to take Taiwan, Penghu, Weiwei, Liaodong, and just take all the smaller provinces. If we can get Bangkok from them, that would be good too. Oh, and Kazakhstan. Oh, scout cruiser. Scout cruiser. What does this look like? I don't remember this design. I do not remember this design. Oh, fuck. It's a more advanced version of the Light Cruiser 3. And it's faster and more stable. Oops. Oops. So this is the replacement of the Asias. Alright, well. That kind of does things to me. That does things to me. I feel a certain way about this ship. All right. This is a much more advanced design. When I was talking about advanced designs, this is the one I was talking about. Kind of looks stupid. That doesn't look as stupid. Yeah, that doesn't look as stupid. Is there a way to get this to work? Because I'd like to get a third gun on here. I'd like 5 guns all total. I don't think there's a way to get it to work. What about secondary guns? Actually, let's get these bad boys on here. Let's go secondaries. Hold on, we're going to try to get this to work. That's just gonna look stupid. Huh. Do we go a Megami style build? I wonder if we can do it. Huh. Does it work all that great? No. Does it give me an extra gun? Yes. Does it give me an extra gun? That's all I care about. So what's... It's these stupid freaking boats that's restricting the firing arc. And I don't think I can get rid of them. No, you can't get rid of them. All right, hold on. We might just go stupid. We might just go stupid for this, for the sake of the meme. Does it look absolutely terrible? Yes, it looks absolutely freaking horrendous. Does it give me 3 fucking guns in this setup? Yeah, it does. And we're gonna do it because I hate myself and I'm a masochist. Okay, awesome. So we figured out we figured that out. Let's go ahead and get this all sorted. These are going to be some of our most advanced cruisers alongside, like these are probably going to be like really good cruisers, just with the number of guns and their capabilities at sea, and just, oh man, it's going to be so nice. Please tell me I can put... Okay, so they're a little more heavily armed, or armored, I should say. So a little better on the armor. Let's go ahead and go 2-1-1. See what we can get out of that. 6. Okay, let's go 1 inch on the superstructure. Let's go 1. 2. You can't even get 1.5. That's a little annoying. And then let's go 2 on that. All right. So we're actually going to swap these secondary guns out for secondary 2-inch guns, I think. Because they just fit a little better. Yeah, they fit a little better, and so it's going to work a little better, in my opinion, to have the 2-inch guns. Yeah, we already have a horrendous offset to the 4, but yeah, I think we can do these. These deck guns, let's try to put them at 230. These ones, let's get them to 2x40 if we can. Oh, that's good enough, I guess. These are already by 45, so that's pretty good. I would like to get by 50, but I don't think I can. Can I? I swear if I can, that's great. Yeah, 49. Yeah, okay, we'll go with it. Holy crap. This is actually freaking amazing. So they're really fast. You know, she could probably do some damage. She could probably do some damage, boys and girls. Holy shit! I didn't realize. Oh my god. Okay, we're at 54 minutes on the episode. Whoopsie. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm fangirling over boats. Don't mind me. I love you all, guys. Have a good one, and remember to keep it classy. See you later.